Presently, we are talking about an important aspect of English phonetics, that is intonation. In my previous classes, I discussed about intonation, and now you have a clear idea about intonation as such. Just to take a recap, intonation means when, why, and how a speaker chooses to raise or lower or sustain the pitch of his or her own voice at particular points while speaking. We have four types of tones: falling tone, rising tone, falling rising tone, and rising falling. So far, we completed falling tone and rising. As you know very well, falling tones are used for complete statements, WH questions, commandments, exclamations, alternative questions, and question tags. Then you have second type of tone, that is rising tone. Rising tones are used in SNO type questions, WH questions, particularly showing politeness, friendliness, warmth, and personal interest. We also use it in question tags, but the kind of tags which are particularly making an enquiry only. And then we also use rising tone. Whenever we make a repetition, I mean to say, whenever we make a repetition, especially that of questions which are repeated by someone else, or somebody's question, or wants him to repeat some important thing. So in all these cases, we use the rising. And now I would like to start or begin with the third type of tone, that is falling, rising. Whenever we talk about falling, rising tone, so you have a kind of V as a mark of falling, rising tone. Falling means first it is going down, rising means it is going up. So falling, rising. So that's why V is a kind of sign which is used for falling, rising. Then when do we use the falling, rising tone? We use falling, rising tone in incomplete statements leading to a falling tone group. Now you need to understand what do you mean by an incomplete statement. Actually, this tone is a combination of a fall and a rise. Already I told you, since the sign is like V for victory, we mentioned V. So this V stands for one line going downward, that is fall, and one line, continuous line going upward means rise. So fall and rise. That's why it is called falling, rising. So here you have the combination of tones, that is the falling tone and the rising tone is combined together. This is used for statements expressing some reservation, making some correction, or giving some warnings or expressing some threats. If at all such kind of expressions are made while speaking, so we are supposed to use this particular tone, that is falling, rising tone. So we need to notice the use of falling, rising tone in the following utterances. So let us look at the first type of sentence or statement in which we use the falling, rising tone. Incomplete statements leading to a falling tone group. For example, if you don't behave, comma, I will punish you severely. See, there is a conditional clause. If you don't behave, it means if you don't behave properly, comma, I will punish you. So here the word behave, her, is to be marked with a falling rising tone. So here the falling rising tone will be marked at her, behave in this word, and the another falling tone will be marked at severely. So, okay, so this kind of expressions are made. Another example you have, on Sunday you will be punished. On Sunday you will be punished. So here you have on Sunday, Sunday, sir, is to be marked with falling rising tone, that is V, and then you will be punished. Per is to be marked with a falling rising. Then you have another query here. The interview was held on Sunday. So actually while speaking, I am making an incomplete statement. And I'm just asking someone whether the interview was conducted or not. So the interview was conducted or was held on Monday. Ma is to be marked with a falling rising. Another example, she is beautiful but not intelligent. We are talking about the two features of one person. Apparently, she is beautiful, but by intellect, she is not that intelligent. So here, she is beautiful. Her is to be marked with a falling rising. So in such cases, we are supposed to use the falling rising. Then you have the another type of sentences also, which are called statements intended to be a correction of the information received. Suppose two or more people are speaking or interacting. One is saying something, but the other person is willing to make a correction. Okay. So when the correction is made, so that time falling rising tone is used. Suppose somebody says one statement, he has 3 sons. But suppose I know firmly, no, he has 4. So when I make the correction, he has 4. This 4 is to be marked with a falling rising. She teaches them English. Suppose I talked about somebody else. She teaches them English. But somebody knows that she is not the teacher of English, but she is the teacher of French. Then somebody will make the correction. She teaches them French. Per, that is French is to be marked with a falling rising. Then you have, he can't speak Hindi, but you want to make some correction. He can't speak Hindi very well. Well, verb is to be marked with a falling rising. So this is how this falling rising tone is used whenever somebody is making correction in a sentence. Okay. So please remember, number one, in case you have incomplete statements leading to a falling tone group. Number two, statements which are intended to be a kind of correction done by someone from the information received. Then the third kind of sentences or statements are the statements intended to be a warning or a reproach or to express the concern. So we do express some sort of warning or we express some sort of concern. So in such cases also, we are supposed to use falling rising tone. Falling rising, falling rising. So downward, upward. Okay? Now you see here. You must not go like this. Suppose I am warning something. You must not go like this. This is to be marked with a falling rising. I am going to jump over the wall. Then I show my concern. I say, be careful, be careful. Curve is to be marked with a falling rising. Suppose somebody says, I want all this money. Okay. Suppose somebody says, you might give some to your brother. It's a kind of reproach or a concern. So brother is to be marked with a falling rising. You are warned not to do anything unlawful. You are warned. It's a warning. Not to do anything unlawful means whichever is against the law, you are not supposed to. So unlawful, law is to be marked with a falling rising. While playing cricket, be careful. I'm suggesting you, I'm warning you. When you are playing cricket, so while playing cricket, be careful. Careful is to be marked with a falling rising. Be careful with cock ball. Suppose you are playing cricket and you are playing cricket with a cock ball. Okay, you have tennis ball, rubber ball, you have a leather ball. Similarly, you have a cork ball also, which is very hard. But while playing with the cock ball, we need to be extra careful. So the warning is given here. Be careful with the cork ball. Ball is to be marked with falling. Playing with guns can be harmful. Suppose you are playing with a gun, either a pistol or a big gun. So playing with this kind of arms and animations is really very dangerous for yourself and others. So the sentence is warning you. Playing with guns may be harmful. Harmful is to be marked with falling rising. Opening digital circuits will be dangerous. Dangerous. The is to be marked with falling rising. So we should never open any digital equipment like television, screen, computer screen, or computer gadget, or your laptop, anything. All digital circuits we are not supposed to use. If at all you do it, it may be dangerous. So dangerous is to be marked with a falling rising. Another example I would like to give in this regard. Some people retreat for the loss of beauty. See, beauty will never remain permanent in the course of time. As long as you are growing old and old, you will lose your beauty. But there are some people, those who retreat for the loss of beauty. Beauty is to be marked with a falling rising. So this is how we are supposed to use this kind of tone, that is falling rising tone, in the context of these sentences. There are two more types of sentences in which we are expected to use the falling rising tone. So I will focus on this also. So if at all you come across the imperative meant to be pleading request, there is a request and somebody is humbly requesting you from the bottom of the heart and expressing in the imperative sentence. So in such kind of imperative sentences in which you have a pleading request, you are expected to use the following lines. You have, please don't go on my nerves. So sometimes, some people are testing our patience. Then we say, please don't go on my nerves. Nerves is to be marked with a falling lines. Do attend to his request. Do attend to sorry, do attend to his request. Somebody is making request and pleading you. Do give certain respect for it and do attend that request. Request. K, work. That is to be marked with a falling letter. Come as soon as possible. Possible. Per is to be marked with a falling letter. So you are requested to come as soon as possible. Don't get delayed unnecessarily. In these cases also we use the falling rising. Then you have the last type over here, that is the statements which show a kind of reservation on the part of the speaker. We have our own perceptions of people. I have my own reservations. You have your own reservations. And they are the intellectual reservations. I'm not talking about categories, like somebody is open or reserved category. I'm not talking. Reservation means you're preoccupied, preconceived ideas. Okay. I may call someone good, but you may not. Suppose I say he is good. That is my opinion. That is my reservation that he is good. But the same person may be bad for you. I don't know about you. So in such cases, we use qualifiers. He is good. Good is to be marked with a qualifier. I cannot do it tomorrow. I can do it today. I can do it day after tomorrow, but I cannot do it. That is my reservation, my constraint. Maybe I'm busy with some other. So when I say something like this, I cannot do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, more is to be marked with a qualifier. Then you have another example. His performance wasn't bad. Suppose I am in the interview panel conducting your interviews. Few students or candidates came for the interview and you perform. So somebody may say, no, performance was bad, but I may have my own observation. I may say, his performance wasn't bad. It means that was not very good or really good, but it was not bad also. It was okay. Can be called satisfactory. So bad is to be marked with a falling. You owe him an apology. Suppose we do something wrong and we need to express our apology for something, then we say this like this, no? Or in this way. You owe him an apology. Per is to be marked with apology. Per is to be marked with a falling. And then you have the last sentence here in this category of tone, that is falling rising tone. I admire you, or I admire your courage. Okay, I'm admiring, I'm appreciating your courage. I admire your courage. That's my opinion. Somebody may not admire. It is my reservation that I admire. So I admire your courage. Courage to be marked with Pali rising. So this is how we have the third type of tone here that we discussed today, and that is Pali rising.